Hey everyone, it's Delta from the Sofa Bros, and here we are with another Minecraft tutorial. This tutorial will be a revamp or a addition to our previous videos on an airlock system, where we kind of made a mock airlock in the previous videos where you could have one door open up one after the other to kind of give the effect. Here we are with an actual version of an airlock where we have one door closed, as you can see over there, and one door that will close as soon as you flick the switch. So click the switch. That opens, that closes, as an airlock does. It probably has different timing, but it's very similar. So this could be useful for preventing more than one player, or you could have a cut-off of a room where you want only one player or one section to be shown at a time. So you could have a treasure chest full of whatever items you want. It's pretty useful for that, and yeah, it's pretty good. So I've got a open version of what the setup does. So we have two doors here, one here, and flip the switch and they close and open, what have you. It gives you a preview of the wiring. It does look a bit complicated. It probably could be simplified in some way, but basically it uses a standard setup for piston doors, double door setups. It's quite common, and then we also have one set inverted on the signal, so one set will be open and one set will be closed, and that can be achieved with this torch. So enough explaining, we'll get into the actual build of this setup. So we'll find an appropriate place and we'll get to start building very soon. Okay, we have found our place, and what I like to do before each build, we like to go with tools and whatever you need. So you'll need also, of course, the standard pickaxe and shovels or whatever for digging out the dirt, and if you make a mistake or what have you. Building blocks, you'll only need a couple of torches, some redstone wiring, and sticky pistons, and also an input, so that can be lever, button, pressure plate, and what have you. That's fairly standard. No repeaters actually needed for the setup. So we'll get started. So finding the location that you want. In the middle, we're going to plan exactly in the middle. So stand in the middle where you want it to plan. On either side, you have two blocks, which will be our middle points. On either side of those two blocks, we'll place some sandstone or whatever block you want. So either side of these, one block, and place another one on top. And these will be our first set of doors. Place pistons behind them as such, and then blocks on the back of them. This is a pretty standard setup now for piston doors, and a torch underneath each block, which powers this one here and also powers the block. And that's our first door done. To do a second one, we need to go 3 blocks away. So 1, 2, 3, and then a fourth one, torch. And then if I can get this right, it's going to be piston here, piston there, and then we've got a sandstone on top, sandstone, 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 piston, piston. So just repeating the exact same setup as before, just 3 blocks apart. So as such, now I'm going to be referencing the other one over here just so we can actually understand what we're doing next. So we've done the actual basic one, so we've done the actual setups of the actual doors. Now we need to create a wiring and also invert our piston. So what we'll do first is now create one set. It can be either set. One set will be inverted, and that's the use of adding this additional torch over here and over here. So what we'll do is we'll create that, and we'll also make our trench as well. So on either set, we'll start off the set. Let's just pig moves out of the way. On whatever set you want, we'll start on the left set. Create a 2 deep hole like that, and then link it up to the middle. So we have a kind of a U shape kind of forming. That's 2 torches away. So it's right off the torch. So 1, 2 off the torch, and then we dig this trench all the way to the other side and do the exact same thing. So 1, 2, and then creating a U shape in as such. Now this block here will host our inverted torch. So now that's inverted in one half of the signal. As you can see, it's inverted this half, And what we need to do is dig down to this block over here. Same deal. Underneath, put a torch underneath, and then dig down as such. And we'll dig our way out to get to our next stage of. Okay, to simplify this a bit better, we'll get rid of the stack here on each end, so it just makes it easy to see what we're actually doing when we're wiring it up. And now we're going to place down some placeholder wiring. This may not be the actual wiring we'll use in the very end, because we will want to modify it, but just for the actual ease of setting it up and actual for demonstrating, we'll create it. So this block here, place redstone wiring, and then create that U shape that we cut out before. And pretty much exactly the same as that trench that we cut before. We want to have a wire go all the way around and loop in. It's actually important that we don't cut straight through into here. As I found that the wiring, I don't know, it doesn't work properly when you have that bit cut straight in. It could be just me glitching out or what have you, or I could just be, or it could actually be the fact that the wiring needs to be pointed into it. I'm not too sure, I'll have to work it out, but I prefer to have the wiring kind of U-shaped just so it gets into that block. So enough rambling, now we need to also wire up our second set. So we've got our first set kind of wired up to a universal point. Now you want to wire up our next set. Easiest way to do this is to cut the block down, dig it out. This will allow us to place wiring to connect into that block. And then the same thing on the side. Whoops. Wrong thing. And redstone. Man, I'm not doing the best job, am I? Redstone, yeah. So now that should all work fine. So if I place a electrical current, so we'll place a torch in here, a torch lever, it should all work fine. I think we're at the very end of the wiring, that's why it's not working. That's all fine. So now we get into our next stage of wiring. Okay, the next part of wiring is to wire the button. And the button can get a bit tricky to wire because we have previous circuits mucking around, so we'll roughly get into place. So starting at our side or one of our first open gates, we'll place a mock walkway just for now, just so we can visualize what we're doing. And directly to our left or right, either way, can be our button setup. So we have a button right here. So we'll place that now. Place a block and a torch as such. So now to wire this, we will use the principle as such, demonstrating over here that when redstone directly underneath it, the next block under is located underneath a lever and it's on, it'll actually power it. So we need to actually so move over here and kill these animals because they're annoying. So we'll need to place a block directly and under our lever. We can't actually do this because wiring is where the block should be. So what we need to do is actually move our wiring around, and the best way we can do that is to get 3 squares without removing that. And remove this one and kind of create a U shape around. As such. So removing these squares underneath here and creating a U shape, this should go right up against this block over here with the previous redstone torch. It's very important to keep this block here by removing it. I'll show you now. You'll see it connects and creates a circuit. This will then destroy or interfere with the actual one. So this block is very important to keep. Now directly underneath our lever block, we want to place a block, put wiring on top. So now that wiring connects to both circuits and both sides and is now complete. So we should be able to test it now, it should work fully. So one side opens, one side closes. And that's it pretty much. This is all set up completely fine to place blocks on top. So it all works fine, besides these ones here, but you'll need to actually cover these up by simply running blocks like this around. So you can kind of make it pretty compact for the scale of the actual system, because a fair bit of it's underground. So that's pretty much it. that's the basic setup right there. All you have to do is now cover it up as you please, and you've pretty much got a done deal double door airlock system that works functionally as well. It looks pretty good as well. So hope you guys enjoyed it. So we'll give you a little look right now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want more videos, please subscribe. We've got some more under the way, and I should have them out very soon. Not just tutorials as well. I should have some playthrough videos and actual gaming videos as well. So yeah, this is the Sofa Bros, and this is Delta out. So I hope you enjoyed. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and see you later.